Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today we're going to be talking about there is only one guarantee. Only one. Just one guarantee. That's all we have. All any of us have. That things are going to change. We're just going to wait a couple minutes for people to arrive. And we will begin. There we go. Wonderful. It's probably a little too late. Yeah. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? Yeah, we're just going to wait for a few people to arrive. Today's going to be mostly focusing on this concept. There's only one guarantee. But there's a real beautiful thing about this one guarantee. And that guarantees that there's change. And the key ingredient about that reality that there is only change is that you can direct change in your life. All of us can. Right? They've been saying to me, William, change is a choice of where you put your attention. Change is a choice based on where you put your attention. Isn't that amazing? That change is a choice based upon where we put our attention. So that's the only guarantee that things are going to be changing constantly. Every single second, every micro moment is an eternity in and of itself. And that where we put our attention determines the change. Good morning. Hi. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Alessandra. Hi, Kathy. Yeah. The only choice we have here is change. But where we put our attention determines the nature of that change. That's exciting. Isn't that exciting? That where you put your attention determines how things can change for you. They say in the greatest extent, more than you can know. In the greatest extent, more than you can know, your attention can determine vast amounts of change in your experience of being. Cool. Vast amounts of change in your experience of being come from where you put your attention. And the trouble that many of you have is not knowing where to put your attention because of all of the distraction. And when you learn how to rise above all of the distraction and place your attention deliberately where you want it to go, many of you will find yourselves being delightfully surprised at how rapidly things can change with the incoming increases in dimensional awareness, expanded consciousness, and the freedom you have to choose. That is a given. You have freedom to choose. Good morning. Hello, Kelly, Tanya, Allison. Yeah. So that's the only guarantee. We have changed, but where we put our attention can determine in a large part what is going to change in our life. Good morning. Hello from Boulder, Colorado. Welcome. The distractions of this world are manifold. Television, radio, news, what your friends say, what your neighbors say, what anything outside of you can become a distraction. And you've got to learn to avoid the distraction and get aligned to what is a natural attraction for who you are as a soul. There's a distinction you can easily make to know when you are being distracted versus when you are being attracted. When you are being distracted, you will feel a little irritation or annoyance or frustration or vibrations of a lower nature, fear, anger, irritation, guilt, shame. They're usually when you are being distracted. Fear's the biggest distraction. Love is the biggest attraction. And so those things that give you joy, that expand your heart, that quiet your mind, quiet your body, quiet your soul, these things pay attention to. Yes. But all of these things are all part of the one guarantee, which is change. If you are distracted, then your changes will often be a surprise to you. If you are, yes, there's that too. They disagree with that. They're saying, no, it's not just It's not just the distractions that will surprise you. If you are learning to put your attention where you really want your life to go, then you will be surprised by that. Delighted is a better word. You will be delighted, yes, delighted and surprised by that, which you put your attention on deliberately, and it shows up. You will be annoyed mostly by those things that don't show up that you are distracted by. Cool. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Silver King, Tanya, Ruth. Yeah. So there's only one guarantee. That's what they said. The whole focus is there's just one guarantee that there is change. That there's the change that we can deliberately initiate through where we put our attention on are we putting our attention on our health? Are we putting our attention on our illness? Are we putting our attention on joy? Are we putting our attention on fear? What are we putting our attention on? Because that is where we have some control over how change is going to unfold in all of our lives. Where you put your attention. What are you putting your attention on today? Are you putting your attention on the fear and the terror of what's going on in the world today? The lockdowns and the vaccines. Where are you putting your attention? Are you generating excitement and joy at the possibilities of what is emerging in human collective unconsciousness? What is this fear that's being released from us so we're all conscious of it? Don't get distracted by it. Focus instead on those things that you love, that you delight in, the things that give your heart and your soul pleasure, the painting, the dancing, the singing. Put your attention on these things, and you will find that the distractions will disappear because they will not be giving you attention anymore. It is easy to get distracted, but it's not easy to get distracted when you know what gives you joy, when you know what fills your heart, when you know what clears your mind. So yeah. So what are some of the distractions in your life? What are some of the distractions in your life? Health. Are you distracted by your health? Or are you excited by your health? Are you distracted by money or are you excited by money? Are you distracted by a relationship or are you excited by a relationship? How you put your attention on things and how you do not put your attention on things gives you a level of direction in terms of how things will change in your life. Yeah, fear is a distraction. Fear was a big distraction for me for many, many years. Fear is the biggest distraction. You can put all the other distractions under that one umbrella of fear. Whether it's anger, guilt, or shame, all fear is an umbrella for all distractions. Anything that causes you fear is a distraction. Anything that causes you excitement is an attraction and pulls you towards more of who you are. And that's really important to be able to get to that place. Yes. Now, as we are as a species now are beginning to bridge, comprehend, and invite other dimensions into our perceptual awareness. And repeat that. The human collective unconsciousness now is moving into a place where it's beginning to invite and interact with other dimensional awareness, including beings from other physical planets, beings from other dimensions, non-physical beings. Our consciousness is now being opened up, especially during this, all these ascension energies coming on the planet. We're literally being opened up to be able to perceive these other dimensions, those above and those below. Those below, from my perspective, are a distraction. Those above are an attraction for me. I like connecting to the Ascended Masters. I like connecting to the Pleiadians. I like connecting to the beings in our human history that exist in non-physical realms that have lifted humanity up repeatedly through many, many, many civilizations. And they're here for all of us to interact with. They don't want us to function from fear. They cannot interact with you from a platform of fear. Buddha, Jesus, Lao Tzu, any of these beings, they cannot interact with you when you are in a state of fear unless you're opening up to a higher vibrational frequency. You're saying, I want to open up to a higher vibration of love. They can come in from that frequency. You can tune into them. So if your desire is to connect in love, not in fear, you have a good chance of starting to tune into some of these beings. They're available for everybody right now. Yeah, we have to really make these changes consciously, deliberately. Get rid of the distractions, get rid of your fears, get rid of your uncertainty. These beings are with us right now in numbers you can't even count. There's, you think 7 billion humans is a lot. Well, try trillions and trillions of beings. Trillions and trillions of beings across many dimensions, from many star systems, from many planets that are converging in consciousness in the here and now. They're converging in consciousness in the here and now. And when you can eliminate distraction or fear from your consciousness and you can move into the present moment, literally you can tune into all the different beings on all the different dimensions and all the different levels when you're able to get your mind, your body still and quiet. So it's now just a vessel for transmitting and receiving, of which you can be aware of what is being transmitted and what is being received. And that's really important in the process of being a medium. That's one of the things I had to learn to do, is to learn how to be receptive and mindful. But as well, I also had to learn how to shift and change my physical health and my mental focus to be able to tune in. But they're available for everybody right now. And people on lower vibrational planes, well, there are lots of lower vibrational entities too. But where you put your attention is going to determine the change in your life. You get to determine the nature of change, the quality of change in your life, by where you can put your attention. If you're putting your attention on love, and joy, and possibility, and faith, and hope, well, you're going to create a different energy. You're going to attract different energies in your life. You're going to connect with different beings that are in resonance, in harmony with those frequencies, versus the beings that are in resonance with the frequencies of fear, right? And then there's a huge movement on this planet to keep humans subjected to fear. There's a huge movement on this planet to keep humans subjected to fear, and there's a huge movement on this planet to help humans connect to their higher vibrational frequency of love, right? Because you cannot be imprisoned when you're in a higher vibrational frequency of love. You cannot be imprisoned when you're in a higher vibrational frequency of love. And I mean that from a perspective of being. Your being can never be imprisoned. But yes, there's only one guarantee. And that is change. Got a question from Tanya. I have been feeling very strong energies floating through me. Can I always make sense of what's going on? Is my energy body being repaired? Is this my DNA awakening? If you are feeling your vibrational frequency, if you're feeling the energy of your body expanding, enlivening, getting more vibrant, more youthful, more energetic, if you're feeling that, then yes, your DNA is being altered accordingly. If you're aligning, you can alter your DNA deliberately by being aligned to a state of joy. And then taking that state, that energy of joy, and literally putting it into letting every molecule in your body feel that vibration of joy, or love, or excitement, or playfulness. Every cell in your body, every cell in that body that you're inhabiting, reacts immediately and instantaneously to what you give attention to. If you give attention to fear, then the whole system reacts to that energy. Because remember, you as the awareness bring in or put out energy. You as awareness can bring in or put out energy. So you can affect your DNA instantaneously. We all are. We all are. Every one of us is affecting our DNA moment to moment by what we are giving attention to, consciously or unconsciously. That's why it's so important to get your mind filled with love, consciously and unconsciously. Get that vibration of love deep into your unconscious field. You know, the unconscious field of your body is where your heart, your vital organs, your nerves, your glands run on autopilot, where they run for you. Because not all of us could consider beating our heart 72 times every minute, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. But you can affect that unconscious field by putting in the vibration of love, which is one of the reasons why they have us do the meditation so frequently throughout our courses and classes and on our Supernatural Saturday. Because meditation takes you as the awareness out of subjectivity to the body, out of subjectivity to the mind, and puts you in the operator's position, where you're then able to change and alter what is in the system, thereby changing and altering the system itself. So yeah, you're absolutely affecting all of us. Every single human soul, whether they're conscious of it or not, is affecting their DNA in any given moment by what they're giving attention to, consciously and unconsciously. Fill your mind with joy. Fill your mind with love. Fill your mind with peace. Fill your mind with contentment, excitement, playfulness, and your DNA will respond. Like, you get excited. What does the body do? It smiles. You watch children when they get excited. Their DNA is alive and active, and they're interacting with it deliberately. Well, we can do this too, and we are doing it. So take some time to really align yourself consciously to excitement and love, and your DNA will fall in line with that. Your health and vitality are a direct result of what the DNA genetic instructions are to the cells. DNA is instructing your cells all the time. And I'm affecting DNA when I do this. When I tell that hand to open and close, the DNA in every cell is receiving a command, a neurological command. Because remember, the body's electrical. And that neurological command tells all the DNA to instruct all those cells to do this, to function this way, to be that, to do that. So you can do that. You can actually tell your DNA how beautiful and vibrant and vital and healthy and strong it is, and then give that into the body and watch what happens. It gets really exciting. Great question, Tanya. Thank you for that. Question from Sunny. I have modified my diet to a high vibe one. I still feel like my guides are asking me to eat some food items like potatoes, but I'm trying to trim on the kilos. Any advice? Yes. Right. There are more natural foods that will give you that result without the effort. What would you substitute for potatoes, though? Things like that. They're saying yes. So substitute root vegetables, red root vegetables for the potatoes. Substitute red root vegetables for the potatoes, and you'll find that you won't have that issue. Also, water is very important. They had us. We do remineralized water. You can or high mineral water, not carbonated water, mineral water, where you can remineralize your water with Celtic sea salt or Himalayan pink sea salt or any of the good sea salts that are out there, real sea salt. You can actually remineralize your water and get proper mineralization in the body. Yes. High vibe diets are fun. Hi, Betsy. Question from Betsy. I felt an electricity running through my body recently after I deep meditation. What was this sensation? How can I best expand my awakening at this point? Great question, Betsy. They're telling me that what happened is you tapped into the non-physical life force, and it sent an increase in the vibrational frequency of light and life through your body. When you can sense the connection that you as awareness feel with this, we would strongly encourage you to use your breath to deliberately pull more of that energy down into your body and expand it into your world. Do not just let it be limited to the body. Your attention upon this will expand it. You are deliberate in this process where you will give your life more life. You may also say you're giving your life more light. For in essence, this is what electrical energy is. It is essentially life. It is light. Wow, thank you, Betsy. It's a great question. Question from Katrin. I've been having very bad anxiety every morning. Would Jesus tell me what the root cause of it is? Also, how is a beloved brother? Found him dead on the floor 2 years ago. Miss him. Oh, wow. He's first of all, your brother's coming through. He's saying he's really disappointed that he did that. It was, yes, he was disappointed he did that. That disappointment is not with him now, but it was then. Do not worry. He wants to give you a pat on the back. To give you a pat on the back. Now, for your anxiety, Master Jesus says, why do you give this your life? Do not give that. Turn the other cheek. Turn away from that. He's saying, literally saying, turn away from the anxiety. Do not feed it. Which comes right back to what we're saying. There is only one guarantee, and that is change. And change we have control over by what we give attention to. Do not give attention to your anxiety and your fear. Give your attention to love, to joy, to possibility. You're not. He says you're not. He says you're not going to lose anything else in that way. You will not lose anything else in that way. Yes. So that's really cool. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah. I'm sorry, your brother's just saying he would not use the word miss. He does not miss you. He loves you. Wow. He's saying to remind you that when you feel that you are missing who I am, you are simply recognizing the depth of our love. That is what you need to remember. That can never be missed. That is always what joins us. When you feel that sensation of missing, remember it is the remembering of love. Remember that it is our love and the depth of our love that you're remembering. Remember this. Wow. I don't know who this is. Somebody else coming in there saying it's important. Many of you do not understand that this vibration you call missing something is the recognition and the acknowledgement that there's something of value that was in your life and something of value that is able to come into your life. Remember that love transcends time and space. It is a vibration. Do not separate yourself from that. That is what you think you are missing. You think you are missing love, but love is the true nature of what you are. And it is the nature of what binds all of you together, whether you are aware of this fact or not. Wow, cool. Thank you. Question from Manoj. I keep seeing the number sequence 222 and 444 every day. What is the message? Feel and listen. They're saying feel and listen. When you see that number sequence, do not get lost in the number sequence. We are trying to communicate a vibrational awareness to you. Feel the vibration of the message. The way I would say that is when you sense there, when you first see that number, what is the sensation you feel inside? What is the energy you feel inside that number stimulates? Focus on that energy. In that energy that is stimulated by that external trigger is the information from the inside that you're seeking to find. Most people try to find it out there. All they can do is they can try and use external triggers to get you to be paying attention internally. But it's the vibration that's stimulated by those 222, the 444, the 1234. It's the vibration that they're trying to get you to recognize inside, because they communicate with us from the inside more efficiently than from the outside. But they'll use the outside to draw your attention to these things you call coincidences, so that you know there's something's trying to get in touch with me. And then when you feel the sensation that's internally stimulated by the external trigger, then you can get closer to the message that's being communicated to you. They're telling me that for you it's service. It is time to serve. Question from Ruth, some cognitive dissonance. Am I on the right track? If that is your focus, then you shall be on the right track. If that is not your focus, then you shall not be on the right track. As we've said today, the only thing that you have in this world, the only guarantee you have is change. And where you put your focus and your attention determines in great part the change that will unfold for you. Become very conscious and present with what you give attention to, that you may be more deliberate in the process of unfolding your light here and your service here and your being here as it was intended, as you intended. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you so much. I got that. He got that too. Smiling. Question from Tanya. Did a meditation with Kuan Yin this morning where a thick layer was pulled out of my heart. Felt like drowning. Was this oppression energy from the narcissistic abuse I've experienced? Yes, you're releasing that now. She's saying yes, she's finally letting that go. She didn't pull it out. She was present with you to allow you to be in alignment to a frequency that allowed you to let that go. You let it go now. It's time to let it go. Remember, change is the only guarantee. And where we put our attention and focus in a large part determines the nature, the quality, the degree, and the extent of that change. Question from Daniela, or Danielle. Who are the light beings that visit us often? A green dancing light, a smaller white orb. Well, the green one is from the Devic realm. What's up? The Devic realm is made up of fairies and different entities and beings that take care of the plant kingdom on this planet. Yes. The white one does not want to identify itself at this time. It will be known to you soon. It will be known to you soon. Wow, cool. I love the Devic kingdom. They're cool. I remember the very first time I I experienced fairies. We were out in a nature preserve out in Newfoundland, Norman and I, and we were walking through this boardwalk. It was a raised boardwalk about 10 feet in the air, walking through the forest. It was brilliant. I mean, this place was incredible in Newfoundland. I wish I could remember the name of it at this moment. And we're looking out into the forest, and all of a sudden I saw these little sparkles, and I saw these fairies. And I'm trying to remember what they said. They said, the consciousness of humanity plays a great part in the changes of this world. I think it was to that effect. It was the first time I saw fairies. It was really cool. So yeah. So they're part of the Devic Kingdom fairies. Oh, you're welcome. Question from Grand Design. Oh, I'm looking for success in business. Is there a mantra or focus point I can use to get into trance with ease about it? Well, yeah, first get really clear on the vibration of it here and now, like that vibration of success. What does it feel like as a sensation in your body? What does it feel like as an energy around your body? What do you as a being feel like as an energy that's successful? Really getting into the vibration. Humanity is about vibration now. We are moving from cause and effect through using physical things to change physical things to our vibration. The quality of our consciousness drives our thoughts and actions. So get into the vibration of what is a feeling of vibration, a sensation of success for you. Wow. I did I? Hi, Lysandra. Sometimes I don't. Yeah. Where are we here? Well, you might need to resubmit that question because it's probably way back up at the top somewhere. I'll take a look again. Grand Design. Hello, Drusilla. We got Drusilla here today. It's wonderful. Okay, I'll try and see if the question's in a different spot here. Because sometimes. Okay, well, Lysandra, if you could repost your question, that would be really helpful. Silver King has asked, is there any message for me from the collective? I don't know. There's something about something just behind you. Something just behind you. What do you mean just behind? It's trying to push you forward. You've got a guardian angel that's somebody's trying to push you forward, and it's a male trying to push you forward. Trying to push you forward into something that you've been reluctant. You need to let yourself be moved forward into this. Don't be so reluctant. Don't be so fearful. Don't resist. Go forward with that. Whatever that project is, go forward with it. Question from Lysandra. I had a dream of making some blue glowing liquid in a black pot. All I added was water. What was it making and what for? I think these are the Pleiadians coming in, and they're saying you're learning to use light. You're learning to use light to formulate information. You're learning to use light to formulate information that you will communicate to others. You are learning to work with light to formulate information to communicate to others. I'm curious about that. Many of you are doing this now. This is all there is. There is only light. You can change it very easily. But this one specifically is learning to use the language of light. Interesting. It is not simply limited to words or sounds. The language of light is also expression. It is thought. It is emotion. And learning to use these different nuances to emotion with light, you can create change much more rapidly in time and space, working with light, as light is the source of all matter. Thank you. That was a good answer. Question from Sakima. Why do I keep counting numbers in my head? It's an interesting question, Shakina. They're telling me to go back to what was said earlier, that these number sequences that start happening, it's not about the numbers. They're saying too many of us get caught up in the phenomena of what we see with our senses, and we need to get back to the source of those messages as a vibration. That as a soul, you vibrate at a particular frequency. As a soul, you vibrate at a particular frequency, which is different than the frequency of your body and different than the frequency of this world. The world and your body will alter and change the messages to be at the frequency of their level. But you as soul, as awareness, may feel the vibration of this information differently when you find yourself distracted or attracted to these number sequences. It is important you understand the vibration that you as an awareness attune to, The number sequence could represent love. It could represent an impetus for action for you. It could represent a well-defined idea that you seek to bring into being in your world. But it is time you learn to vibrationally sense the information that you attune to through what you are as an awareness, and not exclusively through the 5 physical senses, which will be what the world is and what the world needs. But you as this sentient being aware of these vibrations, you can bring that sensation into the world very differently than you can acquiring the information from strictly a physical level. Wow, cool. Question from Drusilla. Who is touching my nose and the right side of my head? That's Michael. Yes. So you got Archangel Michael. He's trying to tell you to look ahead. To look ahead. Listen and look ahead. Listen and look ahead. I like that. Listen and look ahead. What's she supposed to look ahead to? Getting brighter. It will be getting much brighter even than now. If you think it was bright before, just watch what is coming. Keep your eyes open. Thank you so much. Question from Sunny. Is it okay to let visualizations happen during meditations, or shall we focus on the stillness? How long should one be meditating? They're saying for you, it is different than it might be for others, but for the sake of everyone else that is listening as well, we will simply say your meditation should be no shorter than 20 minutes. That in that time, you should be able to get your body and your mind still enough that you as awareness can then begin to hear and understand and comprehend that which is beyond what your thoughts will interpret and your body will perceive. It is important that these instruments be put aside so that you may receive this inspiration. Be very mindful that when you are receiving these spontaneous images, that you do not let your mind try to figure it out for you as awareness can identify the meaning and value of these images by the quality of the sensation, the vibrational attunement that you feel with them, the vibrational attunement that you feel with these images. You can know if they come from mind or body interpretation, or if you're directly receiving inspiration from us and others. It is important you understand that you as a soul are a vibrational distinction from mind and body, although you are integrated with both, but you are still unique and distinct. Yes. We hope you will understand this. Wow. You're welcome, Drusilla. Good morning. Live chat. Just bring that back up again. Okay. Got time for 2 more questions, and then we're going to move on. There's only one guarantee in life, and that's change. I love that reality. And where do we put, I want to reiterate, where they said, where you put your attention can determine whether you are consciously engaged in the process of change or unconsciously engaged in the process of change. Where you put your attention, you are affecting change. So be mindful where you put your attention, right? Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Sunny. It's wonderful. Which guide or collective do I resonate with most currently? Wow. They're telling me you're resonating with the God self right now. You're resonating strong with the God self. Well, can you be more specific? Why have you never used that term before? God self. They're saying that is that facet of your being that is connected to infinite source. This is what you are intending to bring forth, is that greater awareness of what it is you can do through that finite perspective. Do not listen so much with your mind, but feel more with your heart. There is great excitement and delight in your being when you are not trying to figure out things as much as what you already know, what you can reveal to yourself as being known. For there is much to you that is unknown that may be known through this connection to what we are calling for you, the God self. Cool. I've never heard that term before like that. God self. Question from Lysandra. Can we all send each other love and joy? Thanks, everyone. Absolutely. Let's take a moment and do that. Thank you for that idea, Lysandra. That was wonderful. We want to wish you all a wonderful, joyful day. We'll see you on Friday on Super Shortcuts for Your Soul. Thank you so much for your questions, your curiosity, your excitement. And I will see you Friday, 10 a.m. Shortcut for Your Soul. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.